Well, how does it feel to be back out onto the field? It's not your first injury you've dealt with in your career, but
Yeah.
you know, at a pivotal time of the season, how did it feel to be back out there?
It felt good. I mean, I'm blessed. I can't say anything else other than that, but yeah, it felt good being back out there with the guys.
As I mentioned, you've overcome some injuries in your past. What experiences from that did you use during this one, maybe to make yourself more ready or mentally have yourself ready for a return?
I'd probably say not. I'd say my last injury, I kind of was really down about it, but this time, I mean, I kept my head high, you know, studied the game more, I guess I would say, just so I can mentally be ready when I get back, and then just also staying in shape played a big role in it.
Coming back from an injury, and is it as much mental as it is physical?
Yeah, I would say just because, you want to be out there really bad, and, I mean, you start to get down on yourself, but at some point you kind of got to, trust the process, things happen for a reason, I mean, it sucks, but I would say mentally, you got to be as strong as you are physically, so.
You have that club on your left hand is what I'll call it. How difficult is it to play with that, or is it much of a change at all?
I mean, it is a little difficult. I mean, because sometimes I want to grab, and I can't really grab with that hand. So, I mean, but then it comes down to, I just got to kind of change the way I do things. So, like, for instance, like engaging with the block, like sometimes I got to slip it. Like more now I got to slip it other than engaging with them. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's too difficult. I mean, I'm going to get the job done regardless, but, yeah.
As a player, what's it like from the big crowd at homecoming and everybody's all hyped up? I mean, it's different for fans and coaches. They're being out there on the field in front of 7,000 people in that atmosphere. What's that like?
I mean, it's an amazing feeling, get goosebumps talking about it. But I mean, it's just that adrenaline, I mean, the fans here, they love this team, like the community. And I just think, it plays a big role into like the energy, like bringing a spark into the team, so.
Coach mentioned how it seemed like the team just prepared better last week, took that look in the mirror and became a better football team. What's it going to take this week to do that again, to mirror last week so that you have a similar outcome Saturday?
Like I told the guys, last week, Monday, like it starts at practice. Like what we do in practice will determine the game. So, I mean, like last week, I mean, we had I'd say probably one of the best practices throughout the week. And I would say, just build off of that. Like, don't be satisfied. Like, today, like, what can we do that we did last week? What can we do to be better? So.
Is that a conversation that is had? Is it just kind of one of those everybody understands it on their own? Does somebody bring it up?
Yeah, we all bring it up. I mean, because we know what we need to do. And so, I mean, it's like a team effort. And we all know, like I said, practice is a big role in the games aren't won on Saturday, it's won throughout the week in practice. So,
Coach has said all year long, every week, he wants the team to be more physical, be more physical, be more physical. This last week, he started to see those signs of what he wanted to see. What was the difference?
like I said, I mean, practice. I mean, we were hitting each other. Having that mindset of like we're going to be the most physical team on the field on Saturday. So. I think just, keep leaning towards that every day, and I mean, we'll be successful.
Saw during the game there was times where there were shifts on defense, mainly Miles either going from the line to the linebacker back into the line. When that happens, what changes for you and Mikkel as far as like in that moment, changing from the 4 down linemen back and forth? What changes in that moment?
I mean, I wouldn't say nothing really like changes a lot. I mean, because like Miles, I mean, he used to play backer, so I mean, we kind of all have that like in sync together. So I mean, nothing really changes like job-wise. I mean, it kind of stays the same.
Washburn got one of their quarterbacks back last week. He played, he had been out, and now they have 2 quarterbacks to prepare for. How difficult is it to prepare for that, having 2 different quarterbacks? Are you aware of which one's in the game, and how do you prepare going into that?
It just takes a lot of film study, knowing what each quarterback likes to do. like for instance 5, he's more of a running threat. So just knowing our jobs and what we have to do each play will be a big thing this week.
Do you look before each series as you come out on the field and you kind of look at the huddle and go, okay, which one is it?
Yeah, you always got to identify personnel. I mean, that's a big key with like offenses, knowing like the personnel that's out there on the field at the time.